Get It to Buy on behalf of GOA Talent Network. Today we have a very special guest by the name Pastor Gabriel Eziashi. Thank you very much for joining us today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
So, Pastor Gabriel Eziashi, can you tell us something about you that nobody knows?
Wow, what nobody knows. Let me start by what people might know.
Yeah.
But I don't want to assume that everybody knows. I am a gospel artist, minister in song, and I sing strictly for the kingdom of heaven.
Okay, so why the word pastor?
It's an office I occupy. I'm not just a music artist. I also pastor church and still do.
Yeah. And what church is this, if we're privileged to find out?
Well, I pastored a church here in the United Kingdom, known as Milton King's Tabernacle, of which we did for almost 6 years. And afterwards, my family and myself relocated to the States, and we're part of a body where I still pastor the music arm, the media arm, known as Household of Faith, Arlington.
Okay. Arlington,
Texas.
Texas. Okay. And for how long were you a pastor in the UK? You said
about 6 years.
About 6 years. And why gospel music? Why gospel?
Before gospel music, I was on the secular. In fact, we were about to go into the studio to record a song of which I can't even share with you on air. But when I eventually gave my life to Jesus, I just knew I couldn't do anything else but gospel. For me, it became the only thing I have to offer to heaven for what he has done in my life, in my family, my biological family.
Right.
Because I came from a background where it was zero.
Right.
And I mean, if there's anything lower than zero, that was where we were. And to the glory of God, this is where we are now.
Okay. So when you gave your life to Christ, how did that happen?
Oh, yo, promise not to laugh. A girl broke my heart.
Wow.
And I needed peace. So a friend invited me to church. And I went. And that's the honest truth.
Okay. And what was the gauntlet? What did they say to you to make you go to church?
I remember the guy's name is Anthony, and he said to me, you see, you don't have to bear this pain. There's someone who loves you way better than you can imagine. Okay. And I just wanted to find this person who could love me more than this babe, and life goes on.
Okay, and what was the experience for you? Was it like light shining in the sky? What was the experience for you meeting Jesus?
Was the best thing that ever happened to me. Was the best.
Okay, and what was the process for you as soon as you gave your life to Christ? And how did you, from that moment onwards, get to singing for God? Okay,
from that moment upward, I could sing before. That very day, the pastor disbanded the choir and made an announcement that if you wanted to sing, you can come upstairs and they will do the audition. And the audition was going on, so I waited, went for the audition, and that was how it started. And that was January 27th, 1993.
1993. You remember the exact day?
Oh yeah, I can never forget.
Okay, and when you found yourself in the choir, were you like the lead or were you just backup?
Oh no. Just like any other choir, you start from the scratch. You would attend rehearsals, you'll be taught your parts and the whole work. But I just found that because I had the time with me, I could always go to church at any given time, meet with the music director, would rehearse, and that was how my solo ability was created and molded. And thus, that's what you're seeing now.
So we hear the polished Gabriel Eziashi now.
Yes.
How did you move from being taught how to sing in the choir to the very polished Aka Jehovah guy that we see on YouTube now?
Discipline. Discipline, dedication, passion, commitment, pain. Because we are Christianity, we don't want to go through that, but loads of pains, disappointment, experiences, not too good, not too nice, and then there had also been some wow experience. So hence Aka Jehovah, talking about this hand of God that can bring you out from all of that, shake all of that off you, and then place you right where He wants you to be.
Okay, so how did you manage I'm not sure if I can call it fame, the attention you got from My Praise, the song that you released, My Praise, and then Aka Jehovah? How did you manage the attention and keep your head low?
That's the easiest. Number one, it was never about me. Number two, can never be about me. Number three, should never be about me.
Right.
It's about God. It's about the kingdom. It's about the assignment he has committed into my hand. For me, it's not about a fame. It's a mission.
Right.
This is the mission field heaven has put me. And anything I do is to showcase what heaven has done, what heaven can do, and what heaven will do as long as you do your part. This day we expect God to do everything, but no, he has done what he needed to do. That's why we have an earth. And you are now in the earth. You are meant to do something for him to then do another.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. So.
Okay. And what would you say is the most, tempting offer you've had that presented itself as God, but it really wasn't God?
I once, twice, I know a group have approached me to say, Gabriel would like you to come on board, blah, blah, blah. If you could just kind of turn down the name Jesus, just a little nudge. And I'm very resolute. I know where I'm at. I know who I am. I'm very okay.
Right.
I wish to have money being thrown everywhere, but I am very satisfied.
Right.
Because at every point of need, heaven meets. So it was a choice. Either go that way, turn it down a bit, and the thing roll in, or stick with God and let him walk with you. And I chose to stick with God because I found out, for every gift the devil brings, you are paying 1,000-fold back. I know that. So.
Okay. And how long did it take you to make the decision to?
Oh, that's the
easiest. Or was
easiest.
it just
Immediately.
Right.
Immediately. There are things you think twice. I knew where God picked me from. I knew where I'm at now. I don't think I want to try it out of that place. So
Okay.
I want to move forward.
Okay. What words would you have for anybody out there who's got a gift or a talent for God, but are finding it hard not to compromise and dabble a bit into inspirational music, would I call it, rather than gospel music?
Okay. Remain focused.
Right.
Remain dedicated. Remain passionate. God always come true. I know how it is. Example, you are two friends and you say you want to stick with God, and then your friend goes secular, and he's everywhere, and nobody even know who you are.
Absolutely.
I have a word for you. The race is not to the swift, neither is the battle to the strong. There's a God who causes time and chance to happen. And when your own time comes, people will forget about that friend and they will celebrate you. Stick it out with God.
Okay. And then I'll say a final request, if you can grant it to us. Could you just give us a little snippet of what to expect on this new album coming out?
Oh,
a little
man.
song, or just sing a bit for us. Let's hear.
Oh, ekenedirigi Chukwu na-kwuzo mama dirigi. That's enough.
Are you fond of singing in Igbo, if I might ask?
No, but I guess that's where I'm at now. I take life at the point I'm at. If that is where the Spirit of God will lead me to go, I'd go.
Because you also sing Yoruba very well.
Oh yeah, I do. That's true actually.
Yes,
I
you do.
know Yoruba yet.
Wow.
Thank you for reminding me. We have to work on something like that.
Yeah.
But hey, I sing in any dialect that registers in my spirit. I learn of that dialect, put together words that I know will minister life, and I nail it down.
And then just one more question. A jazz album, would you ever consider that? Because you've messed about with, your notes are very, very interesting. And
praise God.
We would love to hear you have a little jazz album, or just a jazz single maybe.
Nothing is impossible. I won't say no if I meet the right people. Because you see, heaven is so awesome in what they do. When you meet the right person, the right music, the keyboardist, the right producer, they would always bring out something lying dormant in you. So if I meet someone like Kimberell, I'll give it a shot.
So there you have it, Kimberell. He's putting a request forward, and all things are possible for them that ask. So thank you very much for coming, Pastor Gabriel Eziashi. It was definitely a pleasure having you. You just stay tuned to GOA Talent Network.